So going back to the sort of hierarchy of the units, there are, as I said, 600 series integrated amp and source, 700 series streaming pre-amplifier, analog and digital inputs, and matching power amplifier 761 in the same chassis size. And then the 891 reference streaming pre-amplifier, and the 861 dual mono behemoth, for want of a better expression, power amplifier. But things can be mixed and matched, and you know this is a good example of mixing and matches. An 891 reference source and pre-amplifier with the highly capable 761 power amplifier, and these power amplifiers are also switchable into mono mode. So for people who wanted to go with the smaller casework size, smaller footprint of a smaller power amplifier, but they wanted the extra performance and the extra power, they can utilize two 761s. Sure. And for people who want the ultimate performance from the North collection, they can also mono bridge 861s and utilize mono bridged 861s. Which is something quite special. Okay. And that actually was the feature of this year's Munich high-end hi-fi show in Munich 2024 in May. Okay. And they utilised two 861s running in mono bridge mode with a very large pair of loudspeakers in a very large listening space. But you know what? The end result was the same. That relaxation, the ability to drop in and listen to the music. So, different steps for different customers. Yeah. A nice flexible system for people system building and system upgrading. Mm-hmm. And also a truly modern interface with how people listen to the music. Sure. So, accommodating vinyl listeners, accommodating music streaming people, but also not being totally exclusive when it comes to people who still listen to more traditional formats. Yeah. So if you have a cassette player, you can still plug it in. Right. If you have a CD player, you can still plug it in. Okay. And one of the other little bits that's actually been a major target of all of these products is to have, you know, Moon themselves and other manufacturers have enjoyed great success over the last 8-10 years with pretty high performance one box hi-fi systems. And a lot of consumers moved to those and music listeners moved to those because of the stylization and the convenience of a one box thing. Effectively, they pick up their iPad control tablet, they push the on button, it comes on, they choose their music, they hit play, they control the volume. All that lovely convenience, but quite difficult to get the high performance into one box. Yeah. Operationally, all of these products operate as if they're one box. Mm-hmm. So even if you have the reference streaming preamplifier and two mono-bridged mono blocks and so on, when you pick up your iPad or your remote control and you hit the power button, everything comes on, everything talks to each other. When you dim the display here, you dim the display on the partnering unit. Every product actually sits on the network. So even a dumb device like a power amplifier is network connected for comms. Yeah. It also, through the network connection, has the ability for service upgrades. Sure. So if the manufacturer changes maybe the switch on procedure, and you know we had this with the units about coming out of standby, the whole protocol of how it comes out of standby, that's done by firmware control in a power amplifier. So you can actually firmware update your power amplifier using the menu system on your preamplifier, and it will reach out to the servers at the factory, interrogate the current set of firmware. If there's new firmware available, it'll pull it down for you. Okay. If you don't want to do it right there and then because you're just about to listen to your favorite album, you can just say no on the app and then do it later on. Okay. Or at any time, you can just go into the front panel of the unit, go to the firmware and say, check for updates. It will tell you what's current, what isn't, and it'll update everything. Okay. And that suite of updates extends beyond the basics I touched on there. There's also updates for the control app, updates for the streaming platform, updates for the HDMI module, updates for the FPGA control and the clocking system. So each element of it can be updated off the front panel, but done very much in the way that you would do on a one-box hi-fi system. Okay. So, and you know, that convenience we hope will bring people from some of the heavily named brands of integrated audio playback to enjoy high-performance audio, because we've always seen that there's a real obstacle that people sometimes don't move to quality because it means replacing convenience with quality. We want to give them convenience and quality at the same time. Yeah. Okay,
that's great, John. Thank you for a very comprehensive introduction to the North Series by Moon from Simaudio.
Thank you very much, Alan. Cheers.
Hi there, it's Alan here from Loud & Clear Glasgow. Loud & Clear is Scotland's premier hi-fi and home cinema retailer and installer. The purpose of this channel is to give you a little bit of insight into some of the behind the scenes of the hi-fi industry. We're interviewing some techs, some salespeople, and we're trying to find out some really interesting information about some of the brands we know and love. If you think this is the kind of thing that might be of interest to you, please like and subscribe.